Hey architect fans and welcome to Berlin. Thank you to be here. Today we are talking about the Hansaviertel. You've probably heard about the international building exhibition called Interbau in 1957. In this time, the Hansaviertel you can see today was constructed by different international architects. During the post-war era, after the old Hansaviertel was bombed and destroyed in Second World War, the exhibition was considered to be the model for a modern city and to be a home for the lower and middle class. The new houses offer space for about 4,000 to 5,000 inhabitants. 500,000 people lost their homes during war. The need for a living led to a competition in 1952 with 53 architects from 13 different countries, and it was an opportunity for them to improve their architecture skills. All of them used a new construction way, the Bauhaus style. Bauhaus is a style combining a wide range of design disciplines together, such as architecture, art, and industrial design. It was an idea of using the most available space with strict geometry and right-angled forms and without ornamentation. Every structure has a use and the colors are primary tones, blue, yellow, and red. Famous architects like Walter Gropius, Luciano Baldessari, or Oscar Niemeyer planned 35 objects including a church, a cinema, a library, and a kindergarten. There are 3 large groups of residential buildings in the southern part of the Hansaviertel. The first group consists of the 6 so-called point blocks or solitary high-rise buildings. The second group so-called row houses or slab high-rise buildings, and the third group comprised the 1- and 2-story houses. In 1995, the Interbau exhibition was dedicated a memorial, and you can still visit the houses or even live in them.
Baldessari House, Bertingale 5. This building was constructed in 1915s by Luciano Baldessari. He was born in Rovereto, Trento, Italy, in 1896. After studying painting with Luigi Cormel in Rovereto, Baldessari studied at Milan's Politecnico, completing his degree as architect in 1922. He worked as a set designer and painter in Berlin from 1922 to 1926. In his career, he worked in New York, Italy, and other European countries. He died in Milan in 1982. The very rational concept behind this building design arranged an apartment around the cross. You can see from the 2nd to the 70th floor there are 4 large apartments on the outside and 4 smaller apartments on the inside. In the 2 shafts that are given light via the glass bricks on the rears of the recessed loggias. The stairwell and secondary rooms are provided with natural light and air. This high-rise building has 70 floors and 131 apartments. It is based on a rectangular form with curved side. All apartments have a loggia. Slab and pillars of reinforced concentrate as bearing elements with curtain wall facade. Brick faced on the east and west side with ceramic tiles.
Hansaviertel House, Bertingale 9. This building was constructed in 1915s by Gustav Hansaviertel. He was born in Düsseldorf in 1907. Hansaviertel studied at the Bauhaus under Haselmeier and Marstem. He worked with urban planning group Ernst May in Moscow. And from 1931 to 1945, he worked as a freelance architect and designer in Berlin. From 1950 to 1956, he was director of the Landeskunstschule and later Hochschule der Künste Hamburg, and from 1956 to 1972 he was professor for building and development at Munich Technische Hochschule. He died in Munich in 1977. 2 key ideas define the planning and constructions of Gustav Hansaviertel's building in Hansaviertel. The serial construction of larger prefabricated parts and the creation of 3 apartment floor plans. It was erected without scaffolding. In the corner apartments expand for the kitchen and bathroom. The walls could be placed according to the wishes of the resident, since the construction is without bearing walls. Hansaviertel suggests 6 different floor plans to meet the differing special needs of families. This high-rise building has 16 stories with 76 apartments. On the top floor, 5 student apartments with terraces surrounding the building.
House Lopez Baudouin, built in early 1116. This building was constructed in 1950s by Raymond Lopez. He was born in Montrouge, France in 1904. Lopez studied at École nationale supérieure des beaux-arts, held professorship at École spéciale d'architecture and École nationale des ponts et des chaussées in Paris. He visited a lot of European nations like an urban planner. He had for a long time a collaboration with Eugène Baudouin. He died in 1966 in Paris. Eugène Baudouin was born in 1898 in Paris. He studied at École nationale supérieure des beaux-arts in Paris. He became a professor at the University of Geneva. He died in Paris in 1983 in this building with 16 floors and 87 apartments. Cross-wall construction with supporting concrete walls of the entrance tract. Outer walls of reinforced crushed back concrete. Facade structure with metal profiles with enameled balustrade elements like blue window frame.